Hello, every pony, and welcome to Brony FanFics. Today is a very special day because I have.
Scaroe89, hey guys!
I said I would remember it as well, and I forgot. Scaroe89 with me.
It's
And, and we're going to be reading Off Limits by Carmine.
Yep.
Because we're awesome like that. We're actually re recording it because of complications that are hopefully sorted.
Hopefully. Okay, so yeah.
So I'll be doing the narrative, Skyro will be doing the voices.
Yep.
Yep. The first part's going to be on my channel, the second part's going to be on his channel, and it's all going to be one big, happy, awesome thing.
Awesome thing. I have a friend who's an awesome thing.
Fun?
I have a friend who's an awesome thing.
I know many things that are awesome, but not as awesome as this.
It definitely is something.
Right.
Okay, and start.
Off Limits by Carmine. Sweet dreams of sugarcane jungles and cupcake houses danced through Pinkie's mind as she dreamed of being the queen of a land coated in candy. All the sweets she could eat all day long without having to worry about anything bad. Except when the evil dentist came and tried to force Pinkie to dispose of all of her candy. The pink mare rolled around in her bed. The covers had long since been thrown off the fluffy mattress in her escape, in an escapade, out from the dentist that tormented the poor Candy Kingdom. That's a nice word, escapade.
I like escapade. Okay.
It sounds adventurous.
Yep. Escapade. We should call it the Cutie Mark Escapades. Or Escapaders. Okay. No! You can't have my cupcakes!
Pinkie yelled, her body still trying to find a position in which she would be most comfortable. She started flailing her hooves in the air wildly.
No! Not the gingerbread house! That's where all my sweets are!
Pinkie shot up out of bed, drenched in sweat. Her pupils dilated. The mare could feel her chest rise and fall, her heart thumping, her breathing becoming strained, her enlarged eyes darting across the ever familiar pink room. All of her furniture had a similar decoration that imitated designs of various pieces of candy and sweets laced with vibrant pink. Pinkie let out a breath of relief as she finally finished looking over her entire room, noting that everything was safe and there was, in fact, no evil dentist. She turned towards the pet alligator that was happily snoring in his own makeshift bed.
Wow, Gummy!
She yelled exuberantly, defying her body's reaction to just waking up.
That was some dream! I mean, a land filled with candy and dancing ponies with non-stop parties? Everything was so fun and I had so much fun!
Pinkie crossed her hooves.
Until that mean, evil dentist came and took away all of our sweets. I mean, who does that? That's just being a big old meanie.
Gummy turned over, continuing his snoring. The toothless alligator was lost in his blissful embrace of sleep.
Oh, maybe you're right, Gummy.
Pinkie stated, stifling a yawn she felt building up.
It is pretty late, and sleep is important. No more time to stay awake.
She slammed her head back into the pillow that rested underneath her. The warm feeling of sleep came over the earth pony as she attempted to re-enter her delicious Candy Kingdom. As the first images of mountains of sweet candy floated through... You alright?
Yeah, I was just cleaning my throat.
Okay. As the first images of mountains of sweet candy floated through her mind, a large crash came from downstairs. The earth pony's eyes shot open. Letting her mind get the better of her, Pinkie's thoughts raced through ideas that monsters or bad ponies had broken into sugarcube corner. As her mind looked over those images, each one more horrifying than the last. Another crash rang out through the house. Her mind screamed at her to stay in her bed, to ignore whatever was going on downstairs. Pinkie put these thoughts in the back of her mind. She got up from her resting spot. She crept towards the door that hid her from whoever or whatever was lurking on the main floor. Grasping the door handle between her two front hooves, she turned it and pulled the door open. The hallway that led to the stairs had pictures of the Cake family, haphazardly placed on the walls, adorning the space between the cakes and the baby's room. Pinkie tip-hoofed past all of the rooms, being as quiet as she could be, and down the hallway. As she neared the top of the stairs, the sound of some pony rummaging through something emanated from downstairs towards the party pony's ears. The thought of hiding away until this was over forced its way into Pinkie's mind, making her cower. Mustering up her courage, she decided to ignore the thoughts that made her scared and trotted to the top of the stairs. Surveying the main floor below her, Pinkie's eyes caught an outline of a familiar-looking pony bolt across the room.
All right, step by step, Pinkie. Don't let your fears get the better of you.
Slowly, she descended the stairs, taking each step as if it would crumble beneath her hoof. Upon reaching the bottom of the stairs, Pinkie looked around the room. It was in a pristine condition. Nothing was wrong. The glass that protected all of the sweets was untouched. Cupboards that were stocked with rows of assorted cupcakes and candy were all in order. I like how that's the first thing she checked. She doesn't check anything else. She just checks if the sweets and the cupcakes are okay.
She doesn't even check the cash register. She just like, hey, good thing the cake is okay.
She doesn't check any of the windows to see if they're broken.
Maybe she keeps a secret stash of something inside the cakes.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's from another story that I heard once. Sugar. Don't read it. Don't read it. It's so. Okay, just keep going.
Okay. Something shattering in the kitchen captured Pinkie's attention. As her hand turned towards the room the noise was coming from. Or her head turned towards the room the noise was coming from.
Miss Cake, is that you?
Pinkie called out, her voice wavering under the pressure of dealing with something evil. Oh, a high-pitched gasp came from the room. Before Pinkie had a chance to react, a high-speed blur of pink had exited the kitchen and lunged at the party pony, knocking her over and pinning her against the ground. Pinkie looked up at her assailant to see a familiar sky-blue and large toothy grin. The pony had a bright pink coat and dark pink puffy mane. The trapped Pinkie gasped.
You're me! And you're me!
The other Pinkie replied excitedly.
I've been looking all over for you. At first I thought you were playing hide and seek, so I went into the kitchen and started looking everywhere for you. Of course, I ended up knocking things over by accident, but I just wanted to find you so badly. So I kept looking and looking, and there was no sign of you. But then I heard you calling out with a voice that sounded like mine. I knew it had to be you, so I gasped loudly as I can and ran out here to tackle you.
Just for a record, that should actually be as loudly as I could. She was speaking past tense.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Didn't get that. I didn't get that C in English for nothing, you know.
Well, it is Pinkie. Screw physics. Screw English.
Okay. She exclaimed. The Pinkie on the floor tilted her head.
Where are you from, anyway? I mean, I know absolutely every pony in this town. And since I don't know you, that must mean you're not from this town. Are you new to Ponyville or something? If so, that means I have to throw you a party! Well, you see, Pinkie, I'm from the future. Twilight sent me back in time with some chrono magic or whatever she wants to call it. Oh! What's it like in the future, Pinkie? It's almost exactly like this place, except every pony is older and more mature and boring. The Cutie Mark Crusaders still don't have their cutie marks yet, which is strange, but I'm not the master of the cutie marks, so I can't decide. I wonder what would it be like to be the master of all cutie marks. Oh, what would his cutie mark be? Would it be the words cutie mark, or would it be a mosaic puzzle of every cutie mark ever made? Well, if that's the case, he better have a big flank in order to fit every single cutie mark bin.
Both Pinkies giggled uncontrollably.
I think he just called it the cutie mark pony fat.
Deja vu.
Oh.
Since we said that in the last failed recording.
I know, but it's something that I needed to say because it's a good joke. Not really.
Yes, it is. Very, very entertaining.
Not really.
Deja vu.
Pinky Vu.
Fun?
Pinky Vu.
Ditsy do.
Daring Do.
And other things that rhyme assortingly.
Or something like that.
Future Pinky's... I think I just vomited words. Future Pinky slowly got off the pinned present Pinky. Present Pinky rolled over and lifted herself to her hooves.
Say, Pinky, why did you come here? I mean, time travel sounds fun and all, but you must have had a reason. Is something important going to happen? Is Equestria in trouble?
Future Pinky sat on her haunches.
Yes, something important is going to happen. It takes place tomorrow. Rainbow Dash is going to do something super duper incredibly mean. Something incredibly terrible. Something she should never ever do.
Present Pinky gasped as the other one finished her sentence.
Rainbow Dash? Do something mean? But she'd never do something like that. Oh, she will, Pinky, and it's going to traumatize Fluttershy for the rest of her life. The fate of Fluttershy's life is in your hooves. Will you accept this quest and stop Rainbow Dash from pulling her evil scheme tomorrow? Now, there's something that I don't understand. Time travel doesn't work like that. Pinky came back to the past because future Pinky told her to do so, but how does she know this is going to traumatize Fluttershy for the rest of her life if it never actually happened? Because future Pinky had to go to the past Pinky to tell past Pinky to have this timeline to... Oh, my head hurts from trying to figure this out.
It's the same reason that Twilight went back in It's About Time and did the exact same thing. So I think she's not that stupid that she did the exact same thing as the start of the episode. So I think what happens is you have to do the exact same thing to realign the timeline, otherwise everything buggers up. Like, it's like in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. If you've ever watched that,
I haven't. I don't. My parents are really strict about J.K. Rowling's work. We're not allowed to watch it. Sorry, but I don't care about Harry Potter anyway. Sorry to you guys.
It's fine. But basically, yeah, when you go back in time, you have to do everything Everything happens in the exact same way anyway when you go back in time. It's just something that happens.
Yeah, but how does Pinky know that's going to traumatize Fluttershy at all if it never happens?
Because future Pinky told us so.
Yeah, but future Pinky was told by the other future Pinky that came before her to go back in time to tell past Pinky that it's going to traumatize Fluttershy, even though it never actually happened. Oh, this reminds me...
It's time, it's complicated.
It reminds me of an episode of, or a mini episode of Doctor Who. It was the mini episode Time. It came right after Space. And it was so weird. Like, they didn't know what they were like, the Doctor didn't know what to push. So a future Doctor of about 15 or so seconds into the future told him what to push. And then, because the future Doctor told the past Doctor what to do, he went back into the TARDIS, back in time, and told the... it was so confusing. It doesn't work. It becomes a paradox and doesn't work. Paradoxes don't work, even though they're so much fun to think about.
In any show or anything where time travel is involved, you'll know you're in for a whole deal of just mind-exploding, nonsensical nonsense.
Oh, we've been debating about this for how long? 3-4 minutes?
It's time. It deserves some debate.
Yeah, it does. But it deserves some debate while we're not in the middle of a story.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't even remember where we are. Oh, yeah, well, I just said, will you accept this quest to stop Rainbow Dash from pulling her evil schemes tomorrow?
Pinky saluted.
I accept this quest! Very good, Pinky. Now come over here and I'll whisper what's going to happen, and what you need to do to ensure the safety of Fluttershy.
Pinky nodded and trotted over to the other Pinky. The future Pinky whispered into the other Pinky's ear as the present Pinky's expression went from a serious look to a look of pure shock and dismay.
Rainbow Dash? No, she wouldn't do that, would she? I'm afraid so, Pinky. This is why you have to stop her. How you do it is up to you. I can only spend so much time in this timeline before Twilight's spells wear off and I'm sent to my own timeline. Apparently being in a different timeline for too long can break the space-time continuum, or whatever it's called. So I won't get to throw a party for you?
Pinky asked, her voice filled with sorrow.
As much as I'd love to stay and have a party for myself, Twilight only gave me so much time to be here. I just need to relay this message, and she'd pull me back. Maybe I'll ask to drop by sometime. Then we can have a super duper amazing awesome party.
Pinkie let out a large gasp.
That sounds like a great idea! Why, I'll have to prepare for the party at once. We'll need balloons and streamers and games. Oh, and music! I'll definitely be looking forward to it, Pinkie. I've never been to a party my timeline clone has thrown. That will definitely be the greatest party I've ever been to. Oh, one last thing, Pinkie. Make sure you go back in time and relay this message to the other Pinkie, too. Otherwise, Rainbow Dash's evil plan will unfurl there, and we don't want that. Will do, Pinkie!
The future Pinkie lifted up into the air as a purple magic aura enveloped her.
Looks like my timeline needs me. They must be bored already without my parties. Goodbye, Pinkie!
She said, giggling. Pinkie waved.
Bye, Pinkie!
With a small poof, Pinkie disappeared into a ball of smoke. When it dissipated, the pink ray was nowhere to be seen. Finally, we're back to just one Pinkie.
Yeah.
It's no longer confusing. Well, it's still slightly confusing, but less so.
Less so confusing. Well, for me, with the voices, because I have to do the same voice for both of them since they're only about a day or so apart.
Yeah. Pinkie looked around the now empty room.
Well, now that the fun is over, I guess it's time to get back to sleep. I'm going to need my rest if I ever plan on stopping Dashy.
Pinkie reasoned, shrugging her shoulders. Adding a bounce to her step, the pink man made her way back to her room.
Now to go stop the evil dentist.
Pinkie expressed with focused anticipation before flopping down back to her bed. Once again, the thoughts of being the monarch of Candy's capital of the world drifted back to Pinkie's mind. Nothing interrupted the energetic mare as sleep overtook her. If two Pinkies can get sidetracked, I see no reason why we can't either.
No, not really.
Rainbow Dash shielded her eyes from the sun with a hoof. She was in a tree just outside of Fluttershy's cottage for the last hour or so, waiting for the owner of it to go on a weekly run of getting food for the bunnies.
Nothing's going to ruin this plan,
was her only thought. As if on cue, the front door of the cottage was gently pushed open, and the yellow Pegasus stepped outside.
Oh, Angel, I'm going into town to get some carrots.
Angel stood in the doorway. Excuse me. He had his arms crossed and was thumping his foot against the ground. He nodded in affirmation.
Don't get into too much trouble, Angel.
The bunny glared at the Pegasus. He pointed in the direction of Ponyville.
Oh, maybe I should go later. I don't want to leave you by your lonesome, Angel.
Angel replied by slamming the door in the mare's face. Once again, Angel is a jerk.
Yep. Ugh. He's always being mean to Fluttershy no matter what. Like, even the biggest time he's ever been I think the biggest jerk was in I think it was Putting Your Hoof Down, or the one with Iron Will, when Pinkie Pie spent all that money to make that huge dinner, just because it did not have a cherry, he threw it out and didn't even take one bite.
The thing I didn't like about that episode is when Angel slapped Fluttershy, and I was just like, it's rabbit hunting season, boys.
Rabbit season. Okay. I'll take that as a no.
The Pegasus said, turning towards the dirt path that led towards Ponyville. Rainbow Dash watched as Fluttershy began walking away from the cottage. A malicious grin spread across her face. As she flew down to the bush just a few meters away from the tree she was previously perched in. Sticking her hooves into the bush, she moved them around until they brushed against something. Taking out her supplies that she'd need for the fun time she was going to have, she began to laugh evilly. She rubbed her front hooves together.
This time, Fluttershy won't have Pinkie to protect her. I win this time, Fluttershy.
Cue evil laughter. That definitely needs it, the evil laughter. That is not complete without evil laughter.
Well, it says that she smiled evilly to herself. Maybe she's just trying to be quiet.
True. Pinkie ran frantically throughout Ponyville's main square in the search of Fluttershy. While the sun was out and clouds were few and far between, nothing could keep the Earth Pony's mind away from the mission she had received. The birds chirping in the trees did little to relax Pinkie's nerves, while the bustling of crowds of ponies going through their daily routines only made her more anxious. In a moment of wit, Pinkie decided to stand on her back hooves in order to see over the top of all the ponies. She scanned the entire area, but was unable to locate her biggest friend, who was still in immediate danger. Deciding to risk the embarrassment, she chose the most logical thing she could do.
Here's my favorite part. I love that part.
At the top of her lungs. Every pony stopped in their tracks and turned their attention to the party pony. Pinkie forced a grin.
Has any pony seen her at all today?
Your throat must be killing you.
No, actually it's not. I'm pretty good at doing high voices. It was only that one time when I had to do that gasp, but that was because I was sucking in air and making noise at the same time.
A collection of no's were heard as nearly every pony shook their heads negatively.
This time I know it's Carrot Top. I saw her.
For those who don't know, in the previous recording, we didn't know who it was, so we just did a manly voice. It turned out to be Carrot Top.
I know.
And then we just said, you know what, she's got a cold today.
Yeah. But now I know it's her, so I saw her.
Shouted a voice from the crowd. Carrot Top forced her way through the group of ponies to Pinkie.
Where is she?
Pinkie asked, worry evident in her words.
She just bought a shipment of carrots earlier, and she should be on her way back home. Is something the matter?
Carrot Top asked with a nervous smile.
I just need to see her right away. Rainbow Dash is about to do something horrible.
Pinkie answered, her words slurring together as she spoke as quickly as she could. As soon as she finished speaking, Pinkie bolted through Ponyville, zigzagging her way through endless crowds. She was trying her best to avoid crashing in a frantic pursuit of reaching Fluttershy before it happened, whatever it was. She barely managed to come out unscathed from the ordeal, since she had bumped into ponies, but it did little to lower the mare's incredible speed. Following the direction to Fluttershy's cottage, Pinkie quickly galloped down the street. Her eyes fell upon a small image of a yellow Pegasus walking along the dirt path that led to a cottage.
Oh, this isn't good. She's too far away. I don't know if I can reach her in time.
Fluttershy hummed to herself to the rhythm of a song the birds always seemed to sing. The birds sang to whoever listened. Each of them seemed perfectly synchronized and in harmony with the rest. Every note produced seemed to strike deep in the soul. It was easy to lose oneself to the song that drifted in the emptiness of this road. But sorry, people were talking. That is, if one paid attention. Fluttershy's ears perked as the sound of somebody shouting started to drown out the blissful singing of the birds. Pegasus shrugged it off, believing it to just be some pony running through the town. Fluttershy was about to get lost in the music again, as a shout for her managed to reach her. Fluttershy turned round to see the pink earth pony galloping towards her.
Fluttershy!
Pinkie yelled out once more. Pegasus smiled once she saw who it was.
Oh, hi, Pinkie. Don't go to your cottage!
Pinkie shouted frantically.
Rainbow Dash is trying to do something very terrible to you!
Fluttershy was taken back by the words her friend spoke.
Something terrible?
Pinkie finally managed to fully catch up to Fluttershy. She stopped in front of the Pegasus to regain her breath and energy. Each full breath brought a wave of comfort to the Earth Pony, making her more lively than what she had previously been.
Well, you see...
Pinkie trotted over to Fluttershy and began whispering in her ear. Fluttershy's eyes dilated.
Oh, my... That does sound evil. So, I should stay away from my cottage for now? Not necessarily!
Pinkie reasoned.
You see, I've been working out a plan to stop this dastardly evil being. I'll just need your help to make it happen. Oh, I don't know if I could. That would be very mean. This is the only way, Fluttershy. We need to take this out before it unfurls into something even bigger.
Pinkie exclaimed.
Oh, all right. What do you need me to do?
Fluttershy asked, intrigue filling her voice.
Well, here's the plan. To be continued.
So, yes, that was the enjoyable first part of Off Limits.
My brain still hurts from the time.
Fun?
My brain still hurts from the time discussion we just had.
Well, I'm sure us in the other timeline will probably get it better. Or maybe not.
They're doing the exact same thing as we are right now.
Yes, they are indeed. So, I think that's everything needed to say.
Pretty much. It was a good first half of the read. I believe so.
Yep.
Well, second time having to do the first half of the read.
Yes. At least we don't have to do the second part a second time.
Yeah, because that one's really interesting as well. If you want to go and see the other half, people who are watching this.
Yeah, go to Scaroe's channel and he'll have it, hopefully.
You remembered my name! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's because I don't have to think about the numbers anymore, I just call you Scaroe.
Yeah. The 89's just there because Scaroe wasn't available.
Anyway, thank you for listening and putting up with our ramblings. Thank you, Scaroe, for joining me.
You're welcome.
And, yeah, keep on spreading the magic of friendship. Any parting words?
Just the ones I always say. Brony on!
And with that, I'll see you next time.